Welcome to T1 Academy. In our last video, we discussed about the time, speed and distance basic concept, relation between the time, speed and distance, and we solved some of the basic questions from the concept. So today in this video, we will solve some of the advanced questions from the same concept, time, speed and distance, and we will see how to solve those questions. Now, see here students, a train running at 9/13 of its usual speed, of its own speed means assume it as usual speed, reached a place in 39 hours. Okay, how much time could be saved if the train would have run at its own speed? How much time it would have saved? Okay, now see here. Assume the present speed. What is the present speed of that one? Present speed is 9/13 of its own speed. That means usual speed. So 9/13 of usual speed. Consider it as usual speed. Its own speed means usual speed. So now from this what I can write? Present speed is to, in our last video we solved a similar type of question students. Present speed is to usual speed. Usual speed. Present speed is to usual speed will become what for us here? 9:13. 9:13. If present speed and usual speed are in the ratio of 9:13, what about the present time and usual time? Time is to usual time becomes what here students? 13:9. Since speed and time are inversely related to each other. Since speed and time are inversely related to each other. So the present time and usual time is in what ratio? 13:9. 13:9. Now what is the question? Please see here. Reached a place in how much time? 39 hours. That means the present time is how much? 39 hours. What they are asking us, how much time could have been saved? Could have been saved means what? The time difference only, right? So instead of finding, see here students, what happens is few students will find is usual time, that means 9 parts, and then they will subtract the present time and usual time. Anyway, it is waste of time. What they are asking us, how much time he could have saved. So here his present time is how many parts? 13 parts. This 13 parts is given as what for us here? 39 hours, right? So how much he could have saved? His usual is 9 parts and present is 13 parts. That means the difference is how many parts? 4 parts. That means he could have saved 4 parts of time, right? So 4 parts will become what here? 4 parts will become what here? 13 into 3 is 39. So similarly 4 into 3, what it becomes? 12 hours. He could have saved what time here? 12 hours of time. He could have saved 12 hours of time. See here students, if they have asked what is his usual time? What is his usual time means, what I would have found? I would have found simply 9 parts is how much? 9 parts will become what? 27 hours. But here our question is, what is the time which he can save? That means the difference. Difference is how much here? 4 parts, which is equal to 12 hours. 12 hours. Next one. Now, a boy goes to school at a speed of 5 kmph. Okay. And returns to the village at a speed of 4 kmph. Okay. If he takes 4 hours and 30 minutes in all, what is the distance between the village and school? Now he is going to a place and he is returning to that place. Okay, time taken to go plus time taken to return is equal to the total time, right? That is 4.5 hours. See here students, directly I am writing 4 hours 30 minutes as 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. Please be careful. Okay, time taken to go means what? Distance by speed. We don't know what is the distance. We need to find that distance only. Distance by what is his speed? With what speed he is going to school? 5 kmph plus time taken to return. Distance by with what speed he is returning? 4 kmph. That is equal to 4.5 hours. That is equal to 4.5 hours. Now simple students, please find out this one. What is the LCM of 5 and 4? 20. So this becomes what for us here? 4D plus 5D. That is equal to 4.5 means what it becomes? 9/2. 4.5 means it becomes 9/2. So now finally it becomes what? 9D/20 is equal to 9/2. 9 get cancelled, 2 ones, 2 tens. So the distance between the village and the school is how much? 10 kilometers. The distance between village and school is how much here students? 10 kilometers. Okay, time taken to go plus time taken to return is overall time, that is 4.5 hours, which was given in the question. Okay, next one. A man travels 120 kilometers by ship, okay, 450 kilometers by rail and 600 kilometers by horse, okay. 120 kilometers by ship. Okay, next he is going 450 kilometers by rail. Okay, and 60 kilometers by horse. Okay. Taking altogether 13 hours 30 minutes. That means the time taken to travel this total distance is what? 13 hours 30 minutes. Okay. The speed of the train is 3 times that of the horse and 1.5 times that of the ship. Okay. It is 3 times of horse and 1.5 times of ship. Now we will try to write the relation between the speeds of ship, train and horse, students. And at last they are asking us find the speed of the train, right? Speed of the train. So I will take speed of train. Speed of train means nothing but rail. Okay. So speed of the train is how much here, students? I will assume it as x. Speed of train as some x. And they clearly said that speed of train is 3 times that of horse. 3 times that of horse. 3 times of horse means, so what I can write? Speed of train is equal to 3 times of speed of horse. Speed of train, what I assumed just now, it as x. So x by 3 will become what? Speed of horse. X by 3 will become what? Speed of horse. Okay, next one. When it comes to speed of ship, what is the relation between speed of ship and speed of the train? It is 1.5 times of speed of ship. That means speed of train is equal to 3 by 2 times of speed of ship. So from this what I can write? Speed of ship is equal to 2x by 3. It becomes what? 2x by 3. Okay, now we have the speeds in terms of x. Anyway, x is our speed of the train. We need to find that one. And we have the total time taken. So total time means what? Time taken here plus time taken here plus time taken here. What is the time taken to travel 120 kilometers with a speed of 2x by 3? So time here will become, time formula is distance by speed. So 120 by 2x by 3. 3 will come to numerator. This will go 60. So it will become what? Overall 180 by x. 180 by x plus, what happens to this one? 450 by x plus, what happens to this one, students? Actually it will become what? 60 by x by 3, which in turn becomes what for us? 180 by x. This is equal to the overall time they given for us is 13 hours 30 minutes. So what I can write this as? 13 1 by 2. 13 1 by 2 means what I can write this one as? 27 by 2. 27 by 2. Now please observe this one, students. What is the LCM we have here? X. X is the LCM. Now 180 plus 180, 360. 360 plus 450, what it becomes? 910. Right? Sorry, 810. Not 910, 810. 810 by x is equal to 27 by 2. 27 by 2. Now please observe here, students. 27 1 times, 27 3 times is 81 and 0. So what happens to x for me here? 40 kmph. What happens to x for me here? 40. X is nothing but the speed of the train. X is nothing but the speed of the train. Now we have different times, different speeds, and from that we calculated this one. So simple question, but the problem is we need to do a lot of calculations here. First we need to find the speeds in terms of x. Why we are finding only in terms of x means our required one is the speed of the train. That is the reason I have assumed it as x. For example, if my required one is speed of the horse, I would have taken horse as x. If my required is speed of the ship, I would have taken this as x, and based on this I would have written these two things. Understood? This is how we need to write the relations, and then we will get the answer very easily. Okay, students, next one. A man takes 6 hours 30 minutes in going by a bicycle and coming back by scooter. That means he is going by bicycle and he is returning by scooter. One way by bicycle and one way by scooter. He is taking what time? 6 hours 30 minutes of time. This is a simple question, students. Now he would have lost 2 hours 10 minutes by going on cycle both ways. That means if he goes on bicycle on both the ways, he would have lost 2 hours 10 minutes. Lost 2 hours 10 minutes means what does it mean? Whether he will take more time or less time? He will take more time. Losing the time means he will take more time. So he would have taken what time? 8 hours. 8 hours double, right? 2 hours 10 minutes. So 8 hours 40 minutes. I am adding 2 hours 10 minutes to this one. Okay. 2 hours 10 minutes. It will take what? 8 hours. That means to go one way on bicycle, how much time you will take? 4 hours 20 minutes, right? Half of 8 hours 40 minutes. That is what? One way on bicycle he will take 4 hours 20 minutes of time. How long would it take him to go by scooter both the ways? Now see here, I will substitute this one here. So if I substitute here, what is the scooter time? I will get 6 hours 30 minutes minus 4 hours 20 minutes. That means to go on scooter on one way, he will take how much time? 2 hours 10 minutes. He will take 2 hours 10 minutes. Now to go on both the ways on scooters, scooter plus scooter, he will take 4 hours 20 minutes. 4 hours 20 minutes. So our answer here is 4 hours 20 minutes. A simple question. Just you need to understand the concept. That's it. Okay. Next one. A man covered 1/3 of a journey at a speed of 20 kmph. Okay. 1/4 of the remaining at the speed of 25 kmph and the remaining journey at a speed of 30 kmph. Find the average speed of the man. See a student, what is the formula for average speed we have? Average speed. What is the formula for average speed? Total distance traveled by total time taken. That is the average speed formula, right? We have. Now, he is traveling with 3 different speeds. So, obviously, we will get 3 different times. But when it comes to the total distance, it remains the same. Let us assume the total distance be some d. Okay. So, d distance. Now, first, before going to that problem, we will see 1/3 of the distance at a 20 kmph. That means what? D by 3 at what speed? 20 kmph. D by 3 at what speed? 20 kmph. 1/4 of the remaining at the speed of 25 kmph. 1/4 of the remaining. See, what is the remaining here? Tell me for me. 2d by 3 is remaining. 2d by 3 is remaining. In that 1/4 means 1/4 of 2d by 3. 1/4 of 2d by 3. So, what it becomes for me? What it becomes? 2. It becomes d by 6. At what speed? At a speed of 25 kmph. That means d by 6 at a speed of 25 kmph. And the remaining. See here students, 1/4 of the remaining is done. So, how much we will have? 3/4 of the remaining. That means what it becomes? 3 by 4 of 2d by 3. 3 by 4 of 2d by 3. So, what happens to this one for us? 3 get cancels, 2 times get cancelled. So, it will become what? D by 2. D by 2 distance with what speed? With a speed of 30 kmph. With a speed of 30 kmph. Now, please observe here, d by 3 distance at 20 kmph and 1/4 of the remaining. 1/4 of the remaining means what? Remaining 1/3 is finished means how much more it is remaining? 2/3. So, 1/4 of the 2/3, it becomes what? D by 6. And the remaining, see, of the remaining 1/4 is finished. So, more how much will we have? 3/4. That is the reason I have written here 3 by 4 into 2d by 3. So, d by 2. This is very, very important students. And anyway, this is just a substitution. If you are able to get this one, the remaining is just a substitution. So, what is the total distance here for us? D. Time taken. What is the formula for time? Distance by speed. So, he is going what distance? D by 3 distance with a speed of 20 kmph. Plus, he is going d by 6 with a speed of 25 kmph. And he is going d by 2 with a speed of 30 kmph. 30 kmph. Now, see here students. I can take d here and d here common and all the d's will get cancelled. So, at last what I will be left here, please observe carefully, 1 by 60 plus 1 by 6 into 25, 150 plus 1 by 60. What is the LCM of 60 and 150 students? It is 300. It is 300. So, what happens to that one? 1 upon 300. So, it will become 5 plus 2 plus 5. Okay. This will become what? 300 will come to numerator. So, 300 by 12. 300 by 12. 12 ones are, 12 twos are 24. And I will be left with how much here? More 6. 60 means 5. So, the average speed of the entire journey is 25 kmph. The average speed of the entire journey is here 25 kmph. 25 kmph is the answer for us in this case. So, here the important thing is finding this is very, very important students. If you are able to find this one quickly, you will get the answer also quickly. Okay. Next one. Two friends X and Y walk from A to B at a distance of 39 kilometers. Okay. There are two positions A and B. And the distance between those 2 points is how much? 39 kilometers. Okay. Right. At 3 kmph and 3.5 kilometer per hour respectively. Now both are moving in the same direction. One person, the first person is moving with some 3 kmph and the second person is moving with a speed of some 3.5 kmph. Now tell me who will reach the destination first? The first person or the second person? Obviously the second person. Why? His speed is 3.5 kilometer per hour. His speed is more. So obviously he will reach the destination first. Am I correct? And Y reaches B and the first person is X, second person is Y. Okay. Y reaches B, returns immediately. He will reach B. Obviously Y will reach B first. Why? Because his speed is more than X. He reaches B and he immediately returns and meet X at C, and he will meet X at point of some C. Find the distance from A to C. Find the distance from A to C. Now here see here students, they are meeting each other means obviously both X and Y are traveling the same time. Here time is constant, right? X and Y are traveling for the same time. So here time is constant. Time is constant. Now please observe here students. Okay, what we can take is when time is constant, then time taken by X will be equal to time taken by Y. Time taken by X is equal to time taken by Y. Before going to that, assume that the distance between this A and C is some X kilometers. Why? Because that is the distance which they asked us to find. So I am assuming A and C's distance is X kilometers. Tell me what is the distance between B and C? Total distance is 39, right? So the distance between B and C will become what? 39 minus X. The distance between B and C becomes here what? 39 minus X. When it comes to not X small, let us take it as A. Why? Because already X was written there. So that is the reason I am taking it as A. The distance covered by X is how much here? A kilometers. What is the distance covered by Y? Tell me. Y will cover all the 39 kilometers as well as 39 minus A kilometers. Did you understand? Y will cover all the 39 and as well as 39 minus A kilometers. So what is the formula for time? Distance by speed. So what is the distance covered by my X here? A kilometers. And the speed is how much? 3 kilometers per hour. So that is 3. That is equal to, what is the distance covered by my Y? Initially it will cover 39 plus along with that 39 it will also cover 39 minus A. This distance also, right? 39 minus A. By what is the speed of Y, students? 3.5 kilometers an hour. 3.5 kilometers an hour means it will become what? 7 by 2. 3.5 I am writing it as P by Q, which is 7 by 2. Okay, now solve it, students. What you will get? A by 3 is equal to 39 plus 39, it becomes what? 78 minus A. When 2 is multiplied to the numerator, that will become what? 156 minus 2A by 7. 156 minus 2A by 7. Now cross multiply it, students. What you will get here? When you cross multiply it, 7A is equal to 156 into 3 minus 6A. Okay, 156 into 3 minus A. 3 into 156 minus 3 into 2A, it becomes 6A. When I send 6A to this side, it will become what? 13A is equal to 156 into 3. So 13 ones, 13 12s. So A will become what here? 36 kilometers. That means the distance between these two diagrams is how much? A and C is 36 kilometers. Distance between A and C is 36 kilometers. 36 kilometers here. Understood? Here we are taking the concept of time constant. Time constant. Okay. In the same time, what is the distance covered by X and what is the distance covered by Y? We have taken that, and based on that we solved the remaining things. Okay. Next one. Ravi and Ajay start simultaneously from a place A towards B. Okay. There are two friends, Ravi and Ajay, A and B, and the distance between them is what? 60 kilometers. And the distance between them is 60 kilometers. Ravi's speed is 4 kmph less than that of Ajay's speed. That means who will reach the destination first? Ajay. Obviously Ajay. So now Ravi and Ajay, two friends are there. Okay. Ajay after reaching B turns back and meets Ravi. See, similar to our last case only. But here they mentioned as the distance. After reaching B and he turns back and meets Ravi at a place 12 kilometers away from B. Assume this is the meeting point. Assume this is the meeting point. If this is the meeting point, what is the distance they given for us this one? 12 kilometers. So tell me what will be this distance? 48 kilometers, right? Why? Because total it is 60. 60 minus 12, what it becomes? 48. That means Ravi will cover a distance of 48 kilometers. So what is the distance covered by Ravi? Tell me here. Ravi will cover just 48 kilometers. But when it comes to Ajay, Ajay will cover what distance? Tell me students. He will cover all the 60 plus this 12. So Ajay is going to cover 72 kilometers. Okay. They are asking us what is Ravi's speed. If I assume Ravi's speed has some S. What about Ajay's speed, students? Why? Because he will travel 4 km per hour less than Ajay. So that means Ajay's speed will become what for us here? S plus 4 kmph. Ajay's speed will become what? S plus 4 kmph. Ravi's speed is S. And now anyway here also the same logic. Time is constant. When time is constant, what is the formula for time in this case? Distance by speed. 48 by S. That is equal to what is the time in this case, students? 72 by S plus 4. 72 by S plus 4. Cross multiply this. What you will get here? 48S plus 48 into 4. That is equal to 72S. That is equal to 72S. Now, if I send this 48S to that side, it will become what? 48 into 4 is equal to 72 minus 48. What it becomes, students? 24S. It will become what? 24S. So, 24 ones are, 24 twos are. So, speed S will become what? 8 kmph. Anyway, they are asking us to find the speed of Ravi and S is also speed of Ravi. So, speed of Ravi is here how much? 8 kmph. 8 kmph. See here students, one kind suggestion. Always take whatever the value which we need to find it as X or S. Why? Because sometimes we need to put the options to get the answers. In that cases, this method will help us a lot. So, always the required one which we need to find, that one take it as S, X, whatever it may be. That one take it as a constant. Based on that, write the remaining values. See, don't take here Ajay's values as S and don't take it as S minus 4. You will get the answer. There is no wrong in that. You can take it. But if you take in this manner, sometimes we need to put the options. We can see after getting this equation, to make it equal, you can put the options here directly. Whichever the value which satisfies S value here, that is the answer. Okay. In some cases, we will do that one. Because of that reason, always I am taking the value which was asked in the question as a constant. Okay. Next one. A boy walking at a speed of 10 kmph reaches his school 12 minutes late. Okay, this is one of the interesting questions, students. This model of questions. First we will see it with the concept and then later we will use a simple formula to get the answer for this question, students. Okay. A boy walking at a speed of 10 kmph reaches his school 12 minutes late. Next time at a speed of 15 kmph reaches his school 7 minutes late. Find the distance between the school from his house. Okay. Anyway, the distance will be constant, right? Distance will not be changed. Okay, we will see. Now, walking at a speed of, now if the speed is 10 kmph, he reaches his school in what time? 12 minutes late. Assume that the actual time is some t. Actual time is some t. Now he will take what time? Tell me. T plus 12 minutes. Please be careful, students. This is kmph and this is minutes. Always we should be very careful in this type of problems. So he would have taken t plus 12 minutes. T is hours here. Okay. If the speed, next time he went with a speed of what? 15 kmph. Even though he increased his speed, still he is late to his school by what time? 7 minutes. T hours plus 7 minutes. Hours plus 7 minutes. Now tell me, what is the time difference between these two? Time difference between these two. Anyway, in both the cases, he is late by What? He is late only. So 12 minutes late and 7 minutes late. What is the time difference between these two? 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7. That is time difference is how much here? 5 minutes. Okay. Time difference is how much here? 5 minutes. Okay, sir. So that means in which time is more here? This one or this one? My first time. Time in my first case is greater than the time in my second case. Why? Because speed is more here. Obviously time will be less here. So T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 will become what? 5 minutes. I will write it as 5 by 60 hours. Time difference between both the cases is how much? 5 by 60 hours. 5 by 60 hours. So now, what is the formula for time? What is the formula for time? Distance by speed. Distance we don't know. That is the thing we need to find here. So distance by what is speed here? 15 kmph minus. What is the speed in this first case? D by 10. That is equal to 5 by 60. That is equal to what? 5 by 60. So what is the LCM of 10 and 15 students? 30. 10 and 15 is 30. So what you will get here students? 3D minus 2D. 3D minus 2D, that is equal to 5 by 60. So what I will get here at last? D by 30 is equal to 5 by 60. D by 30 is equal to 5 by 60. So 31s, 32s. So distance will become what for me here? Distance will become 2.5 kilometers. Distance will become what for me here? 2.5 kilometers. Okay, 2.5 kilometers. Now, sir, what is the formula for this one? What is the shortcut formula for this one? Distance is equal to S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference of time. How this formula was derived? I will tell you, don't worry. How it is means, see here students, assume in the same formula, what it is ma? Some S2, what it is S1, what it is S1, that is the thing, right? And what is this one? Difference. What is this one? Difference. Am I correct? These are the distance and this is the difference between the times, Now see here, what I can write here? D by S2 minus D by S1 is equal to difference. Okay. Now what happens to this denominator? S1 and S2, right? LCM. So what happens to numerator? S1 minus S2. That is equal to difference. So what is the distance here? S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference. I am sending these values to the other side. That is the formula I have written. S1 S2 by S1 minus S2. Now see here students, this one don't think is a fixed one. You can shuffle this one. Simply find the difference between the speeds. That is enough. Distance is equal to S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference in the time. So this formula was derived from this, and this is the concept. From now onwards we are going to use this formula to get the answer. We are not going to use this concept. From this concept only this formula was derived. Okay. When there are speeds are different and the distance is constant, and we need to find the distance, means distance is equal to S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference between the times. Difference in time students. Now we will substitute in formula S1 and S2. It is up to you. 10 into 15 by larger one minus smaller one. That's it. 15 minus 10 into what is the difference in time? 5 minutes. But please be careful. Write it in hours. So 5 by 60. So what happens to this now? Please observe. 10 into 15 by 5 into 5 by 60 by 5 into 5 by 60. Okay, so 5 get cancelled. 15 ones, 15 fours, 2 fives, 2 twos. At last what I got here? 5 by 2. D is equal to 5 by 2. That is equal to what? 2.5 kilometers. That is equal to what? 2.5 kilometers. Same answer. 2.5. So you can use the formula directly. S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference in time, difference in time. So now from now onwards we are going to use that formula. This is the concept, students. Through concept also you can write the answer, no problem in that. T2 minus T1 is equal to, see, if you don't remember the formula, that is the reason I am telling you the concept. You can take the help of concept and solve it. But my suggestion is please try to remember that formula, S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference in time. Next one, see here, a man covers a certain distance on scooter. Okay, had he moved 3 kmph faster, he would have taken 20 minutes less. If he had moved 2 kmph slower, he would have taken 20 minutes more. 20 minutes more. Find the original speed. Find the original speed. Find the original speed. Sir, here they didn't mention the speeds. Then how we are going to find means, here we will take two cases. Here we will take two cases. That is his usual case. His usual case. His usual speed. Assume his usual speed is some s. His usual speed is some s. Now, had he moved 3 kmph forward, that means his present speed will become what, students? Present speed will become what? S plus 3. His present speed will become what? S plus 3. And he would have taken 20 minutes less. What is the difference in time? Difference in time. Tell me what is the difference in time? 20 minutes. That means I can write it as 1 by 3 hours. Just now I told you. What is the formula for distance? Distance is S1 S2 by S1 minus S2 into difference in time. Difference in time. So distance is what here? D. Distance is what here? D. S1 and S2. S into S plus 3 by S1 minus S2. Obviously this one is more, right? So S plus 3 minus S, what it becomes? 3. What is the difference in time? 1 by 3. What is the difference in time? 1 by 3. This is one case. This is one case. Now come to next one. He would have taken 1. If he had moved 2 kmph slower, that means his usual speed. I am writing one more case, students. If his usual speed is some s, if his usual speed is some s, what will be his present speed? Tell me. According to the second case, his present speed will be s minus 2. His present speed will be what? S minus 2. Why? Because he is moving 2 kmph slower. Then what is the difference? He would have taken 20 minutes more. Still the time difference will be what? 20 minutes only. So what is the time difference here? Difference in time. Difference in time is equal to what? 20 minutes, which I can write it as 1 by 3. Which I can write it as 1 by 3. Now, so the same formula. What is the formula for distance in this case? Distance will become what? S into S minus 2. Which one is greater? S is greater. So, S minus 2, what it becomes? 2 into 1 by 3. Anyway, the distance which was measured here and the distance which was measured here, both are same. Yes, both the distances are equal. So, I will equal the distance. So, what happens when I equal this value with that value? S into S plus 3 by 3 into 1 by 3, that is equal to S into S minus 2 by 2 into 1 by 3. Now 1 by 3 will get cancelled, S will get cancelled. So now what I was left here? S plus 3 by 3, S minus 2 by 2. So cross multiply this, 2 into S, 2S plus 6, 3S minus 6, 3S minus. When I send 2S to that side and minus 6 to this side, what it becomes? S is equal to what I will get here? 12 kmph. S is equal to what? 12 kmph. Find its original speed or the usual speed. What is its original speed for us here? 12 kmph. 12 kmph. Understood, students? The same concept which we used in our last problem, same concept we are using here. But what is the difference between that problem and this problem means? Here we have two different cases. We have a standard case and that is compared with one case, and the same standard case is compared with the other case. So by using this formula, we will get the answer very quickly, students. Okay. By using this formula, we will get it very quickly. Right? Understood the concept? Now we will solve one more problem. Now see here. Ram goes to his school at a rate of 15 kmph, reaches 15 minutes late. Next day he goes at 20 and reaches 5 minutes before the, what is the distance? Now here the most important thing is finding the difference. Anyway, you have the formula. See here in first case, he is reaching his school 15 minutes late. For example, his usual time is some t. Now 15 minutes late means he will take t hours plus 15 minutes of time, right? In the next case, he reaches 5 minutes before the time. That means he will reach in what time, tell me? T hours minus 5 minutes. Why? Because 5 minutes before the usual time, 5 minutes before the actual time. That means what is the time difference between these two students? If it is 2 hours, assume it, the usual time is 2 hours. He will reach in first case in what time? 2 hours 15 minutes. In second case, 1 hour 55 minutes. What is the time difference here, students? Here the time difference is 20 minutes. Please be careful. Don't write directly 15 minus 5 and write it as 10. Please be careful. From 15 minutes late to 5 minutes early. Okay, 15 minutes late to 5 minutes early. So what it becomes? 20 minutes, which is 1 by 3. The time difference here is how much? 1 by 3. So as usual, we have the formula. Distance is equal to S1 S2 by S1 minus S2. It is up to you, ma. You can write anything into difference in time. Difference in time. So what are the speeds? 15 kmph and 20 kmph. So what happens to this one? 15 into 20 by, what is the difference between 15 and 20? 5. And what is the difference in time? 1 by 3. What is the difference in time? 1 by 3. So now cancel it. 3 ones, 3 fives, 5 ones, 5 fours. So the distance here will become what? 20 kilometers. The distance here will become what? 20 kilometers. The distance here becomes 20 kilometers for us. See here, students, if we go with the regular one also, we'll get the same thing. What is the time difference? In which the time is more? In my first case. T1 minus T2 is equal to what? 1 by 3. Time difference. Time formula is what? Distance by speed. Distance by, what is his actual speed? Initial speed 15. What is his next speed? 20. That is equal to 1 by 3. That is equal to 1 by 3. What is the LCM of these two things? 30. So this will become, the LCM of 15 and 20 is what? 60. So what you will get here? 15 4s are right. So 4D minus 3D. That is equal to 1 by 3. That is equal to 1 by 3. So 3 ones, 3 20s. So D will become what? 20 kilometers. See here, students, it is up to you. It is up to you. You can solve the question by using the general concept and by using the formula. Anyway, you will get the same answer. Time difference is 1 by 3. Time formula is distance by speed. You can apply this concept or you can use that formula directly. It is up to you. It is up to you. You can choose any one of these two methods. Okay, right? Next one. Due to bad weather condition, an aircraft reduces its speed by 200 kmph and reaches 30 minutes late in a flight of 1200 kilometers. Calculate the usual speed of the aircraft. Now here they given us the distance. What is the distance they given for us? 1200. Okay, what is his usual speed? They don't know. We don't know here his usual speed. Usual speed we need to find. Usual speed, assume it as some S. So what is his present speed? Present speed will become what? S minus 200. So two speeds I have here, S1 and S2. So formula for distance. And what is the time difference here? 30 minutes late. Difference in time will become what here for me? Difference in time is equal to 1 by 2 hour. Please be careful, students. Usually the difference in time will be given in minutes, but please convert it into hours. So 1 by 2 hours. So formula, distance is equal to S1 S2 by modulus of S1 minus S2 into difference. So what is the distance they given for us here? 1200. That is equal to S1 and S2. That means S into S minus 200. What is the difference between those two speeds? 200. Into difference in time is 1 by 2. See here, students, if you were able to solve it, solve the equation, solve the equation. What happens here is you will get the answer a very huge value. Generally, what happens here? We will see it. If you want to solve it, what it becomes? 400. 400 into 12, it becomes what? 48 sum. 48 and 4 zeros. That is equal to S into S minus 200. S into S minus 200. Now see here, students, if you want to solve it, you can solve it. S square minus 200 S is equal to this 48. But it is waste of time, students. The best method is simply substitute the options. Anyway, in the options they given us S value only, right? This is the reason I am always telling that whatever the value which they have asked, take that as a constant. So now to get the value, it is a huge task. Instead of that, do the value substitution. What you will get here? 800. If I take the first option as 800. 800 into 600. 48, 8 6 are 48 and 4 zeros. So answer is what? 800. Very simply we got the answer by just checking my first option. If I put 800 in place of S, it will become what? 800 into 600. 800 into 600, 8 6 are 48 and 2 zeros, 4 zeros. Satisfied? Now just for timing, we will check the next one. 600 means it will become what? 600 into 400. 6 4s are what? 24. But what we want? 48. So that is not our answer. 650 means it will become 650 into 450. 65 into 45, you will not get a perfect value. So that is the reason. Okay. So anyway, our first answer option is correct by substitution. So our answer here will become 800 kmph. 800 kmph. Understood? This is how we need to solve. Next one. An aeroplane is stopped for half an hour. Okay, half an hour, and now it has to cover a distance of 1500 kilometers in given time. So its speed is increased by 250. Find its initial speed. Similar. So its initial speed is S. So present speed is what? S plus 250. And what is the time difference we have here? It was stopped for what time? Half an hour. 1/2 hour. Okay, it was stopped for 1/2 hour. So as usual, distance and formula, please substitute that one. You will get the answer. So what you will get here? Difference in time. S into S plus 250 by 250 into 1/2. That is equal to what, students, here? 1500. That is equal to what? 1500. So what it becomes? 25 2s are 500. 5 15s are 75 and 4 zeros. That is equal to S into S plus 250. Simply substitute the options and check it. The first option is what? 1000. 1000 plus 1250. 1000 into 1250, it will become some 125 something, that is not equal to 750. Next one is 750 into 1000. 75 you will get, and you will get 4 zeros. You will get 4 zeros. So our answer here will become option B. 750 kmph is the usual speed. 750 kmph is the usual speed. Just by substituting the options, you will get the answer, students. Okay. Next one. These are the questions which are related to this time, speed and distance, some of the questions. Next we will see the questions based on relative speed and how we need to solve what is that relative speed, and all those things we will see in our next video. Thank you very much.